Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Dear students of 11th class, subject botany, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Dear students, you know that we are studying the general characters of Kingdom Fungi, which is continued, and so far we have studied the different characters of this kingdom fungi, and today we will study one more general character of these fungi, like the vegetative structure. So today our topic is vegetative structure, which is included in the general characters of kingdom fungi. On the basis of thallus structure, fungi can be placed into following two groups. This is the vegetative structure of this kingdom fungi, and on the basis of this thallus structure, that is on the basis of the plant body, fungi can be placed into following two groups. One is the unicellular fungi. So what are these unicellular fungi? In lower groups of fungi, the thallus consists of only a single cell. So you should remember here that in lower fungi, the plant body or the thallus consists of only a single cell. In case of Salia molds, which we have discussed earlier, the thallus is naked and multinucleate amoeboid mass of protoplasm called plasmodium. So here in lower fungi, thallus is only a single cell, or thallus consists of only a single cell, but in case of Salia molds, the thallus is naked and it is multinucleate. It consists of more than one nuclei and is a mass of protoplasm, which is called the plasmodium. Example, we can quote Plasmodiophora. Plasmodiophora. Now the second type of fungi on the basis of thallus structure is the filamentous fungi. In majority of fungi, the thallus is made up of long cylinder filaments called hyphae. So in filamentous fungi, we see that in majority of fungi, the plant body is made up of long cylinder filaments, which are called hyphae, Hyphae, hyphae. The network of hyphae, if these hyphae make a network, or if they are found in a network form, they are called mycelium. So the network of hyphae is called mycelium. The hyphae are colored and may be aseptate or septate. It means the hyphae are having the color and may have septa, or they do not have the septa. That means they can be aseptate or they can be septate. Aseptate hyphae are long, branched, with many nuclei embedded in the common protoplasm. So here aseptate hyphae, you should remember, they are long, they are branched, and they have the many nuclei in the protoplasm. Such type of thallus is called cenocytic. Such type of thallus is called cenocytic, C-O-E-N-O-C-Y-T-I, cenocytic, and it is characterized by Phycomycetes, means it is found in the class Phycomycetes. Example, we can quote Mucor. Now the septate hyphae are found in Ascomycetes, Basidiomycetes, and Deuteriomycetes. These are the classes of fungi in which these septate type of hyphae are found. Septate hyphae cells are either uninucleate or multinucleate. So you should remember here that this septate hyphae, they can be uninucleate or they can be multinucleate. Now the septum of higher fungi is more complex. The septum found in the higher fungi, that is more complex and is called Dolipur septum and is called Dolipur. So here the question arises. Question can come as an objective question that the septum of higher fungi is more complex called the Dolipur septum. So question can be, what is Dolipur septum? So this Dolipur septum, or in which this fungi it is found in the higher fungi. So the septum of higher fungi is more complex and is called Dolipur septum. This Dolipur is a barrel-shaped pore with open and have many more characteristics also. So this was all about today's topic, that is the general character vegetative structure. Now there remains only one general character of this kingdom fungi, that is a reproduction, that we will deal in our next lecture tomorrow inshallah. Till date, stay home, stay safe. Thank you very much.